Hey guys, so we're gonna make a quick video. Been grinding hard, and honestly, at the rate things are going, let's discuss. With AI, it's moving fast, it's moving fierce. A lot of people are stuck. So, when I started with AI and software, because it's intertwined, obviously, right? You start with AI, you start chatting, and then you advance a little bit, you copy paste a little here, you mess up, you find a little bug, you copy and paste again. Then you're like, wait a second, I need to organize my stuff, and then you advance and you progress, and then you're like, okay, monolithic and modular, right? You start adopting a language, right? So I've been noticing a lot of people are okay. So natural human language is where is the English, right? Natural human English language is the new programming language. It's the universal language to communicate with AI, but you still need. There was this AI video. One of these big CEOs. My mind went blank, but one of these big CEOs talked about the not a big CEO. It was some guy on X, a video. But he was talking about understanding architecture, right? It was a complex video. It covered a lot of things. I'll sum it up. Sorry to keep your time wasted like that. But anyways, he damn, dude. Why am I focusing on another guy's video in this video? Because it was obviously important. Because this has to do with prompt engineering, right? Where is the future of prompt engineering? Because you get to a point, you're evolving, and you get to a point where you start hitting blockers. So this guy started talking about Kubernetes, right? Dude, all I fucking know is I started on Hostinger, then GCP, and then now I know of other shit. And then I know I'm aware of clusters and Kubernetes. I'm probably even doing it. Who knows? Or maybe not. I'm orchestrating GPUs for things like video of products, open source models. So what have I discovered, right, along my journey? It's been 3 months. It's been 3 months. It's January 25th, 12:41 a.m. in my prime right now. I've literally been at it since like 7:40 a.m. Took a little break here to eat. Took a shower, ate food. Didn't go to the gym because I'm going to have a lot of time to go to the gym in the future, so I can gain a little fat. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. As long as I'm not drowning myself in sugars and everything. The advancement of AI will, it'll even out, and the longevity stuff, the health, dude, it's all gonna happen, right? I'm not gonna waste energy that I can have here and going to the gym and walking for 20 minutes, which is super healthy. I should do it. Yeah, I should do it. And like work out, do good strength workout for 30 minutes. I can do it. I mean, why don't I do that? Because AI right now, you have to be fucking Oh, you have to be. I hope the sound is working because I just realized I had my speaker connected. I'm gonna assume it's working, but AI is a storm right now. Like it's that. There's so much going on right now. Davos, dude. I'm sure there's all the political power in Switzerland and the power of the world of people there in one place. And I'm pretty sure the hot shots in that city were the AI guys. The AI guys. Because what does AI represent? Intelligence. What kind? Artificial. I wasn't even planning that. But artificial intelligence. Right? Like 3 years ago, when ChatGPT came out, I shrugged it off. Like most people. You know, because all our life, it was kind of subtly, as for me, it was subtly made very non-important, so until recently okay, well, let's not get off track. But anyways, that video on X, the guy was talking about, like, you have to learn, right? But I want to add an opinion on what this guy talked about. I don't think I'm gonna put the guy's video on here, because I mean, I'm summing it up. It was several minutes long, but basically you have to learn. You have to learn, like, the architecture and how stuff works, right? Because we're not there yet. There's several moving parts from something local on your laptop, the hardware requirements, the server requirements, the production, the security, the speed, the latency, what else? The organization, the bugs, right? So, and excuse my bed. It's kind of unorganized. I sleep and work in the same area. But anyways, it's all a language at the end of the day. I know the CEO of NVIDIA talked about this. It's all a language, right? The language of the future. What is the future gonna be? Voice, right? What was the big thing that Claude CEO? He said, or somebody, he said $10 an hour for software. Literally, I completely agree. I think the future is gonna be about quality and speed, right? If you can beat quality and speed, if you can deliver the best quality and the fastest speed, I'll give you an example. I'm working on a project that was just handed off to me after previously, from the context that I'm aware, it was a software company, and they took several months. There's processes, but anyways, the next upcoming job that the software company was supposed to do to the client was due for 3 to 4 weeks. I did it in 1 day. Is there sound clapping? Am I gonna put that in this video, or will an AI do it? See, so that's where we're going. Because I'm gonna click this button, turn this video off, and I should be able to say in 20 seconds, like a very good prompt engineer, visioning how all that whole flow works to make the video. And then there's workflows, right? So you could just say initiate the video workflow, and then your CLI agent enters that workflow, gets that context, and execute it, saving you from having to do prompt engineering. So this is what the agentic orchestration systems, the workflows, the frameworks, right? And they're not mechanic. You can add AI agents to add semantic input into it. So I've designed the PhD protocol, right? It consists of like 14 agents. I'm auditing their effectiveness, right? Because you see a bunch of bullshit of people. I have 30 agents in my hub, but you gotta audit and you gotta verify them. You gotta pilot these workflows and protocols to so you don't have to micromanage, right? You don't have to micromanage. Why am I talking so like because I'm envisioning like I'm in a cool ass video and I don't know if I'm gonna edit the video. I don't want to edit nothing manually, right? That is a mentality an AI engineer should have. You don't want to do shit manually. Let's make a fucking workflow, right? And that's bad too. That's bad. And it's good. It's bad because you end up wasting a lot of time. But if you have all the time in the world, like I've had all the time in the world, thankfully, I'm very thankful, then you can truly learn and you can become very powerful in terms of prompt engineering, context engineering, workflows, right? Your own workflow. Dude, I take screenshots. I use screenshots as my context sometimes, right? Just the workflow of my screenshot, I've minimized it to zero latency, right? So you gotta have this like obsession in automation, right? Even in the stuff you do, right? All of the stuff you do. So I'm just freestyling this video. Knowledge explosion to whoever's watching this. I'll tell you what. Let's talk about my concerns and worries. Elon Musk's Macro Hard company, right? I saw that video of the guy, the XAI engineer, like within a week after they posted that they were hiring on X, all of a sudden this podcast came out of this guy talking about stuff. I tried to watch it, jumped here and there. People don't have time to watch these long ass videos. Sometimes they do. I don't know. I just can't. There's solutions to that. AI engineers would know how to solve those solutions, right? So this comes back to time. So time. Yes. Time is super important. It's very, very important. How you manage your time, right? So there's three things. There's workflows, there's prompt engineering, there's frameworks, there's agentic orchestration. There's coding language, Rust and Python, Rust and Python. There's the frontier models, Cloud Opus 4.5. Yes, I definitely a great one, right? But you still have to be a good prompt engineer. But I'm really sure that when Cloud Opus 6 comes out, you don't have to be that good of an engineer, right? Hence why by the end of this year, software engineering is going to be under $10 an hour. Stuff is going to be, people are going to, hey, I have this idea of this app. And then people are going to realize the more specific they are, hence prompt engineering. And you've heard prompt engineering so much. I've heard that shit I've heard it for so much, and I'll kind of like avoid it because like you think prompt, this dude's a prompter. He's just a prompt. He prompted. What a, like that's how I assume people perceive prompt, but no, it's a new coding language. It's the truth, and I don't type anymore. I can type 100 to 150 words per minute if I'm like warmed up. I've probably done 152 words per minute warmed up, just fucking focused on that typeracer.com website. It's pretty fun. But you can talk 250 words per minute to 300 words per minute, and you don't have those delays in the way you think. So how fast can you make the voice? There's super whisper and there's whisper flow, right? I made my own, right? And I have my own video. It's a beast. I'm turning into something else, and that's what everybody is. Well, I don't know about everybody. I know I am. I've focused first on what is delaying me, right? Even the little screenshot workflow process, right? I can literally say screenshot, and then it turns my thing into to take a screenshot, right? I can do these voice commands, voice tool calling. In a year, voice is going to turn into creation, right? Not just prompt engineering and orchestration. It's just going to be voice to creation, right? It's right. So why am I making this video? Because you got to be a fucking creator, and a solution provider. You got to be a creator and solution provider. And then ultimately, you got to be healthy and you got to look good. And that's where we're headed to. It's very good what's happening right now. I don't like the algorithm, man. I don't like the algorithm. It's kind of negative sometimes. My algorithm shows me beautiful women and AI stuff. Train your algorithm to show you that stuff. But I mean, it's kind of weird. It's a black box, right? I think everybody has a collective conscious of the stuff that's happening. And on X, I saw Jack Dorsey talking about building an algorithm that tailors you in the marketplace. I think that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure everybody's thinking of this kind of stuff because you can't really control your algorithm. But I don't want to. That's something I don't really want to delve into, right? But to give you an idea of ways that I've thought about it, since I want to optimize AI to my benefit, is to train my algorithm to show me and notify me stuff that's up to date. Because sometimes you can go so focused that you step away from AI. And I happen to get some cool stuff from Instagram. Instagram's pretty good, pretty cool. You get hot chicks and AI in one place and images. There's these stories. It's really nice. It's a really good experience. I like it. I don't use Facebook. I haven't used Facebook. I'm pretty sure it's something similar. It's the same company. WhatsApp is great. I haven't used TikTok because I fell into those people of the paranoia from 3 years ago and just never bothered with it again. But I'm gonna jump straight. It's just a matter of me setting my video pipeline. So I think everybody's gonna have their own pipelines that they want. Everybody wants to have their own thing. Why would I get somebody to do this for me when I can do it? I can just do it now. I can just talk to chat. I can just talk to Grok or Gemini or Claude, and I can just tell it I want my own stuff. Okay, okay, fine. I'll get a CLI agent. Okay, Claude code. Is this fuck? What? And they read this long ass fucking thing. But that's all gonna improve. It's all gonna improve, and these little problems that are happening now are gonna get solved, and people are gonna actually be like, yeah, and then they're gonna talk to their agent, their Frontier Claude Opus 9, and they're like, hey man, is this really my code? Do I got it private? Is it safe? Is it fast? Zero latency, right? There's just like that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. Like you don't have to. Oh, what the stream.py socket.py and bridge? Maybe for like complex super servers and orchestrations of I have a lot of users and all this stuff. Maybe for diagnosing and very background heavy DevOps guys and want to hardcore developer English language, but they're swimming against a stream of Frontier agents, models, AIs that will make a prompt engineer better than them, right? They can talk about .py, whisper flows, voice command. Like you're in Cursor and you say, and then it shows the file and the and the file name. That's for experienced devs. I'm a prompt engineer. I'm swimming with the Frontier models, the advancement that they're doing, because the math supports that, so that the current way of doing it is more unnecessary. What's that? The Stack Overflow, like 6 years ago, everybody used that. Have y'all seen that chart? And it just sank down because people just on Chat GPT finding the codes and stuff. So yeah, swim with the winners, and much respect, because these hardcore devs are the ones that built this, right? But and 50 years ago, the scientists were predicting this. Math. This is math. This is the advancement of math. It's ever progressing, and it translates into these lines and the chips and stuff. Even the CEO of NVIDIA said they don't do their chips without AI. Claude Workflow, this revolutionary new app for the 80% of the people that don't want to know anything about code, Okay, and then Claude's, we got workflow, we got what is it? Workflow? I just forgot the name. I just said it. Cowork. We got Cowork here. Easy. You have messy files, we'll just say, hey, we'll organize it for you. Like making it easier, welcoming. Let's unblock that barrier, enter, and then you're hooked, and then you start typing a bit more. Okay, it can do this. It can tool call. It can. Well, obviously, they're not gonna think like that. It doesn't really tool. I haven't even been looking at the camera. I should be like looking at you, but I've just been looking into this white screen so that it doesn't look like this, you know, like very dark. I don't know. You have to use your voice. Use your voice. Be descriptive. Be visionary. Think of processes. Be descriptive in a natural human language to avoid edge cases, right? To avoid conflicts. To when there's bugs, you know, see things from a perspective in English language that the AI model can understand it, because it can translate your human language and description. The better it is, the more it can audit, right? It can know and audit, right? That's the brain of the frontier model that's backed by data, parameters, billions, trillions, and it's ever so growing and growing. And yeah, China's got so much systems of AI. I don't really know. Who knows what's going on in China? I honestly have no idea. You never see anything. And the most I've heard from China has been from Alex Karp from Palantir. And it makes sense that there is a race of AI going on, I assume. I'm pretty sure, I'm certain, I feel it as an AI engineer and a prompt engineer, that there is a race. This video's coming up on to 30 minutes. I'm going to cut it off at 30 minutes. But anyways, it's January 25th, 1:04 a.m. My agent, something important I have to do. Okay, I'll focus on that later. Because you gotta read. You gotta read a lot. You have to read. That's another thing. You have to read. That's something that I will talk about in the other video, because there's a way that you as a human to consume context, right? So essentially it all comes down to time. All right, see you guys.